This is 5 steps in 5 minutes with Mark in the loop. Today we're going to do your local chatbot with Llama. As you may know, sometimes ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity can go down a few hours at a time. The best way to deal with that is having your own local chatbot on your MacBook. Let's do a deep dive on it. Step 1. Finding a project on Streamlit to copy. Again, we don't need to start from scratch. There's a lot of projects that are out there that is being used already by everyone. We just want to make sure that we approach it to a point where we understand how to implement it. With step 1, we're going to go to streamlit.io. Streamlit is an open source Python library that most data science, people who work with large language models, machine learning, use to spin up a quick application that they can interact with right away. In this case, we're going to go under gallery section. You can see there's a lot of projects you can clone there, but for this specific example, we're going to go under LLM as a filter there. Then you can see there Llama 2 chatbot. Thanks to Data Professor for sharing this project on Streamlit. We're going to go to the source, open it on GitHub. As you can see, there's a bunch of instructions there that we can follow. But in this case, we'll do our usual git clone. Let's copy that link, go to the terminal, type git clone, paste the link, go into the folder, verify that files are there, then voila. Step 2, modifying our code with Cursor to use Llama locally on our MacBook. If you haven't seen our previous video, we started using Cursor to modify our code. I'll link that video in the description below. In this case, we'll assume that Cursor is installed already. We'll open the GitHub project and make sure it is indexed. If you go to the gear icon under Cursor settings, you'll see 100% index right there. Okay, I've done some reading for you guys for this one. This code itself is still reaching out to the internet. Our goal is to use our local Llama in our MacBook. The first thing we want to do is understand how that API is being called and how we can pivot to move it to call our Llama in our MacBook. In this case, we'll type this prompt. Let's understand how Llama API is being used. Once we understand, let's plan to move the API call locally to our Llama instance of Llama 3B. Be methodical. As you can see, it's going to do some analysis of the entire code base. So it's going to take a while. We're going to fast forward this a little bit and we're going to see what the results are. So Cursor has done the analysis already. It didn't do the implementation yet because we didn't say that we wanted to implement it right away. But now it has the context on how we can implement with Llama locally. Now we're going to continue with the step of implementation. The next prompt we're going to use is, okay, let's methodically implement the changes we need to make in order to use our local Llama model on our MacBook. And let's see how that looks like. While we're waiting for that, we're going to go back to the terminal just to make sure that we have Llama and the model that we want installed already. So just a refresher, we're going to type Llama -- help. As you can see there, you can do Llama list just to show all the models that you have. In this case, we have Llama 3.2 latest. Then we're going to type Llama run Llama 3.2 just to test to make sure that the model is still there. There's a quick test. Okay, we're going to go back to Cursor. As you can see, there's a few steps that you need to do there. You can hit run here for pip install and it will run it for you. In this case, it still used Llama 2. So I'm going to type a prompt here to update it to use Llama 3.2. Okay, once Cursor updates it to Llama 3.2, we're going to skip the Llama pull Llama 3.2 command there just because we already have the command, but we're going to run the Streamlit command there. Just click run and then you have your local chatbot running. This leads us to step 3, run your local Llama chatbot. Okay, from the previous step, once we ran that Streamlit command, it opened up the chatbot. As you can see here, it says localhost 8502. Come back here anytime you need to use this application again. In this case, we're going to do a quick test with our quick prompt right here just to see how that will perform. All right, we got the results right there. We're going to jump right away to step 4. Customize with your own persona. Okay, in this case, we know for each chatbot, there's always a system prompt there. So we're going to ask Cursor, where is the main prompt of this chatbot? Then it's going to go through, search the code, try to find us like the system prompt that it has as default. We're going to modify that with the next prompt that we have. As you can see here, there's a role, assistant, content. We're going to try and modify that with just a prompt. So what we'll type here is, let's add a system prompt that is customized for a product manager who is focused on improving his product quality and interacts with multiple stakeholders. I'm just putting this persona because this is what I kind of do on a day-to-day basis. And we want to continue adding to that prompt. Write this prompt to make it fit in our application as best as possible. This is just me being naive about it just because I don't know how it is set up. So I just want to add this one sentence there as part of the prompt. So let's see how that goes. Okay, as you can see, Cursor update our prompt there. It says you're an expert in AI assistant. You scroll to the right, talks about being a product manager. Then we'll go ahead and run the application again. If it's not running anymore, it should continue running as long as you didn't turn it off. We'll refresh this page, right, and you can see there, Product Manager AI Assistant. We'll do a quick test prompt with our persona. Just a quick test here. I'm trying to build a product roadmap for my new product. Can you help me get started? All right, we can see the results there. Amazing. We're gonna jump into step 5. Get inspired with more ideas and implement it. Step 5 is more for you. I'm not gonna go end to end on implementing a new feature, but I'm gonna show you just how you can get creative of figuring out what are the next steps that you can do with Cursor. In this case, we're gonna type a very simple prompt. It says here, give me more ideas for better implementation for this code base. Don't implement anything, just list the potential ideas. As you can see here, there's a few functional and code architecture ideas that you can implement. You can go one by one, be creative, have fun with it, have Cursor do it for you, just so you don't have to write a single piece of code. Just make sure you are keeping it within context of what you wanted to do and keep it to the point that you are trying to develop something that you are really passionate about, just so you can really hone into the point of what you're trying to produce as an output. With that, I'm very excited of what you guys will create. Please share in the comments whatever you guys create. If you have a GitHub link, any questions, please add it in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm excited to hear from you. Moving forward, this is our last part for our 5 steps in 5 minute series. I hope you're enjoying this content. Please follow our socials. We're going to continue posting there. Anything that can help you on your day-to-day life within AI and tech. So thank you again. I hope you enjoy this series. Please click subscribe, comment, all those kind of good things to help me build this channel. And if you have any ideas, please don't hesitate to share them in the comments. I would love to hear them. I would love to hear what we can do next as a series or even just an individual video. So I appreciate you guys watching through the end. If you've gone through this video up until this end, I appreciate your time. I hope you learned something. I hope you keep coming back to this channel for more AI and tech knowledge. This is Mark in the Loop. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.